long, right? Hey, again, having technical difficulties. This time, my little Wi-Fi box overheated and shut down. All right, my Lord, y'all. If I'm gonna be doing this YouTube thing, I'm gonna have to get some better equipment. I'm gonna have to do better than this, depending on my cell phones to do my channel ain't working too much no more. Ain't getting it. It just ain't getting it. Especially when I want to talk about important things such as dysfunctional family, post-traumatic slave syndrome. I apologize, you guys, for the technical difficulties I've been having all the whole time since I've been trying to talk about this topic. Mm-hmm. And it just shut down. Second time, it shut down. Or was it three times? Yeah. So now I'm back. But as I was saying, this is something very important that we need to discuss. We need to start helping each other. Those of you, okay, wait a minute. I can't even say those of you who went to, uh, what do you call it? Study uh, psychiatry, you know, to try to put some type of program together to help our people because you got your education from the white Caucasian institutional educational system. So you was taught according to the Caucasian standards of how to treat people who going through suffering from mental illnesses or depression or whatever. But before I was cut, before my life was cut, I was saying that there is no psychiatric system out there for us, for black people, right? Um, because their system is based off of their standards to help them the way that they think, they mind, right? Hmm. Again, you guys, I've been trying to do this, for a while now, maybe hour, 2 hours, trying to talk about this, and I keep getting interrupted. I keep having technical difficulties with my devices. So I apologize again, you guys. And I know it get frustrated, because y'all trying to hear and listen, and and it just keep cutting off. If it's not overheating, um, whatever you got, just whatever. Oh my God. But I'm trying. I'm trying. Y'all bear with me. And I thank you for your patience. I thank you so much for your patience, you guys. But again, this is a serious matter, a serious topic that we need to look off into, you guys. We need to start helping each other. We need to start being patient with one another. Don't be so quick to act out of our emotions and to uh, misjudge or prejudge one another. Um, we need to start being more open towards each other, right? And not take advantage of a brother or a sister because of the opportunity to do so. Those things we need to get rid of that. So um, we need to start back allowing and letting love reign supreme, right? Absolutely. Yeah. Um, Post-traumatic slave syndrome. Hey, uh, Dr. Joy DeGruy, I think that's her name. She wrote a book on post-traumatic slave syndrome. Dr. Joy DeGruy. Yeah, she wrote a book on that. And I advise you all, or recommend, or suggest to you all to get that book and study that book and to um, research intergenerational trauma from slavery, okay? So that we can understand, give us a better understanding why we feel the way we feel sometimes. Why do we feel all of a sudden we just feel depressed? You know, um, why we do the things that we do? Because I know you all have heard of people say, well, this child act like that person, or this child act like his father, this child act like his mother, or this child act like his grandparents, or this child act like somebody in the family, right? So those are behavior uh, things that is being passed down from one generation to the next. You know, we pick up skills um, from we inherit skills from our parents or some relative in the family, like uh, playing piano or the saxophone or a flute, you know, or drawing, you know, art skills or dancing or singing, you know, those things are passed down from one generation to the next. And not just by learning, right? But also in the genes, you guys, in the DNA of the person. So it's the same for trauma. Trauma is passed down from one generation to the next. All right, not again, not necessarily uh, learn, which it is learned behavior too, but my point is, it's passed down through the DNA as well, through the genes, right? So we got work to do. We got work to do. 'Cause, ooh, Lord, I want to say it how I feel it. I want to say it how I feel it, but I'm bridling my tongue because I want to have respect for, just in case there are children or elders that is seeing this live or may see this live later on. Okay? But man, I want to say it how I feel it. Because I'm telling you, we got some mad out there running around. And I'm not trying to put us down, okay? I am not trying to put us down. I'm not trying to put down black folks. Absolutely not. Because we are the original people of the planet Earth, okay? Straight up. And everything that has been invented and created on this planet came out of the mind of a black man. So you know we're brilliant people, right? Matter of fact, we are the Asiatic black men, the maker, the owner, the cream of the planet Earth, the god and goddesses of the universe. Absolutely. So I am not trying to put us down. I'm just talking about our situation and condition of the mind that the black people are in, the suffering that we go through every day, even though we go to work. You know, we are entrepreneurs, we run businesses, we run our homes, um, you know, we are functioning, um, but yet we are dysfunctional. You know, so far as relationship is concerned, between a woman and a man, between a mother and a daughter, between a father and a son, between a father and a daughter, a mother and a son, and a sister and brother, so forth and so on. Okay, y'all do the research and go back and see where we get these dysfunctional, foul behaviors from. Okay, do the research. you know? And hey, hmm, my research tells me why we are dysfunctional. And that is the reason why I have learned why we are dysfunctional. And that has really calmed me down a lot. Absolutely. And it caused me to have patience with people, especially black folks. It caused me to have patience, rising up out of my emotion into the thinking of God, the 18th, um, study guide 18. Yeah, but this is something that we seriously need to think about, you guys, um, so that we can stop being alcoholics, drug. I'm not saying all black folks is like that. No, please don't get me wrong. No, but we do have a lot of that that's going on in the black communities, and this is something that needs to be addressed. The dysfunction, or the dysfunctional or dysfunctioning in the black families, in the black communities, you guys. Yes, somebody put something um, together for us, and I'm not talking about Caucasian people. I'm not talking about Mexican people or Indian or Arab. I'm talking about black African Americans. Put something together to help your black people to get over this intergenerational trauma from post traumatic slave syndrome. All right? Because we are suffering and we are hurting. We need to come together and deal with this issue because it has been a major issue from one generation to the next. As I said again, molestation in the families, rape, incest, alcoholism, drug addiction, infant mortality, high cancer rates. Um, I mean, across the board, everything that you can think of that is dysfunctional, it is going on in the black families. And it's not normal because when you go back in history, you see we did not function on a dysfunctional level. We were functional families, okay? We were functional families, absolutely. And we lived a long, 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 long life, long quality life, right? And we loved one another. We respected each other. We respected our elders. We respected our families. We took care of each other. Families took care of families. All right? My family next door took care of my family here. My family here took care of my neighbor family next door. We took care of each other in the black communities, in the hood. Hood is mean covering, don't mean nothing negative, okay? Hood means something positive, um, like you put on your hood, right? Or like the hood of a car. Um, yeah. But anyway, we looked out for each other. Black families looked out for black families, and we respected each other. Thank you so much for coming in and tuning into my live. I appreciate it. I am talking about um, dysfunctional families, post traumatic slave syndrome, addressing the issue because the fact of the matter is there is no psychiatric system in the Western world or the European world, the United States of America, to address and to help us with intergenerational trauma from post traumatic slave syndrome. So therefore, we must create that system for ourselves, okay? Now, they do have a psychiatric system, but not for us. But it was created according to and for Caucasians, all right, to help them, you know, like Alcohol Anonymous or methadone. All those things was created for white folks, for everybody other than black people. It wasn't created for us. Just like the hospitals, the medical society. Um, and we go to their schools to learn to be doctors. We go to the law schools to learn how to be lawyers. But all of that is based off of Caucasian standards. It's not based off of our own standards to help us, right? And we go to their institution and learning institution, and they're teaching us according to their standards in order to work in their system to help them, but not us, right? So this is something that we as black people seriously need to think about, look into, and put together something according to our standards. Okay, according to our blood type, according to our tissue type, according to the way that we think, according to our psychological, according to our psychology, okay, according to our way of thinking, right? Because, hey, but anyway, y'all, yes, we need to look into that because people are hurting. I suffered a long time from things that happened to me as a child growing up, you know. But if it wasn't for, and I'm not promoting, okay, anything or any religion or any organizations, but I'm just telling you my experience, right? Um, Joining on to the Nation of Islam is what really helped me overcome the things that I've been through and what things that has happened to me, right? And it caused me to do some serious research, and it helped me to be able to understand why I was having negative feelings, and it helped me to be strong enough to fight those negative feelings. Absolutely. So now I'm a cool, calm, and collective person, y'all. I don't get all emotional, acting all other than myself and all in my emotions and things like that. I think intellectual, you know, because I want to live to see another day. I want to enjoy my grandchildren, my great grandchildren, and my future generation unborn. So I think logical. I don't think emotional. Because one thing those people, those Caucasian people can depend on the black folks for is us acting out of our emotion. It's getting all emotional, right? They always say the black man gets so emotional. We don't think when we get emotional, and that's true. We do not think when we get all emotional, right? We don't think intellectual. We act out of our emotions and get ourselves in trouble. Absolutely. So we must learn how to tone down that emotion and, control our emotions. Absolutely. Dysfunctional family, post traumatic slave syndrome. Yes. So now I'm hoping and praying that someone would see this live and go in the conference room, the boardroom, and talk about this thing. Absolutely, this intergenerational trauma. Let's look at that book that Dr. Joy DeGruy wrote and talked about. All right, let's look into that, you guys, and start setting up shop in the black communities, in different areas of the black communities, and start helping our people to deal with these issues emotionals and these intergenerational traumas and the things that we go through in the black family on a daily basis, and oh my God, it's just so much. You know what I need to do? I need to make a list, a note on the different things that we suffer from in the black community and then come back and do this live, you guys. Yeah. So, um, hmm, yes. But this is a serious issue. It's a really serious issue to me, you know. And it's something that I want to take on. So I'm asking the black scholars in the black communities to look into this. Let's come together. Let's put something together, you know, and let's tackle this thing. Let's battle this thing. Intergenerational trauma, dysfunctional black families, post-traumatic slave syndrome. Yeah. Again, you all, I apologize. Oh my God, for the technical difficulties that I was having. I know that probably pissed some of you guys off. Once you get started and get into it, then all of a sudden it cut off, right? Hey, yeah. I guess y'all say, sister ought to get herself together before she come on. I don't blame you. But I'm trying. Yeah. But it's something that we really need to, and I know I'm repeating myself, but I'm repeating it, I'm reiterating it because it's hitting me here. It's in my heart. And again, my family have suffered. My family have suffered. Me, myself, I've been accused of things that I had no idea that I was being accused of, things that I am totally innocent of. Okay, that I am being held for things that has happened to my own children that I wasn't even around. Okay, but I'm being hated for. I'm just being real with y'all, and I'm being transparent. All right, that's one of the reasons why I want to do this thing because this here live dysfunctional family post traumatic slave syndrome to help some other black family, to keep them from going through what I went through, right? This intergenerational trauma, but still, but still, in spite of all of that, we're smart, intelligent people, and we know right from wrong, right? So once you know to do good, do good. Don't use things that happened to you in the past as an excuse for the wrong that you do today. It's no excuse when you are an intelligent person. Absolutely. Hey, and you know right from wrong. It's no excuse. Hmm. So, and I'm not trying to find an excuse for our dysfunction, but I'm giving a reason why we yet have this dysfunction going on in the black families so that we can address it and do something about it, okay? And let people who do these negative things in the black family know that you that there's no excuse when you know right from wrong, okay? And you need to deal with your dysfunction. You need to deal with your problem and not take it out on some innocent person. No, there's no excuse for that. We can't continue to act like somebody else. if y'all know what I mean. Well, let me just go and say it. We can't continue to act like white folks. You know, how they do. You know, they uh, commit evil and say the devil made me do it. Oh, they throw the stone and hide their hand. Yeah. They bring a problem to you and then turn around. Say, oh, did I do that? Yes, you did do that. Okay? Because they don't want to suffer the consequences of their actions. Yeah. But anyway, dysfunctional family, post-traumatic slave syndrome. And like I said, it is dear to my heart because I am tired of this dysfunctional going on in the black families. We need help. Now, I may not am able to articulate what I'm trying to say, but y'all know what I'm trying to say. You intelligent enough to know what I'm trying to say. So y'all help me now. Come on now. Let's talk about this thing. Again, we are hurting. Black families are suffering. Okay? And so we need to go back and do the research and find out why we are suffering, why we are carrying this big old burden on us. You know? Post-traumatic slave syndrome. All right? Intergenerational traumas that we are suffering from. Okay? So by me coming over here to Ghana, West Africa, and going through the slave dungeons, they call it castles, right? But it's actually dungeons. Because when you think about castles, you think about something nice and pleasant. But for us, it was a dungeon because we literally was in the dungeons. But my point is this. When I went through those slave dungeons underneath the castle where they was having church at, praising the Lord, okay? It helped me to see why the black man is walking around with so much anger. Mad as hell. This that we've been through in them slave dungeons. Hey, my Lord. What our foreparents went through. Sleeping in a pile of shit, so many feet high from the ground on the wall up. Hey, y'all, ain't nothing nice what we've been through. So right now we are suffering and going through the aftermath of slavery, post-traumatic slave syndrome. You all, I'm going to continue this dysfunctional families, post-traumatic slave syndrome, and go deeper off into it. And each time I do a segment of this, dysfunctional families, post-traumatic slave syndrome, I tell you a little bit more of myself. I go more into my personal life, detailed little by little, detailed little by little, cra 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 cra, small, okay? I ain't gonna tell you everything about me, not right now, but in parts, I will. And I'm only doing this to help other black families so they won't go through what I am going through, okay? What I've been through. I'm a mother of 7 children, and I'm a grandmother of 36. I'm a great-grandmother of 14 great-grandchildren, okay? My family is doing well, but yet they functioning at a dysfunctional level. I don't know if y'all understand but hey, I got some crazy ass folks in my family. Oops. Sorry about that, you guys. I don't mean to. Hey, post-traumatic slave syndrome, intergenerational traumas. Hey, yeah. But yeah. I'm sorry, I gotta laugh at my own self. Yeah, I'm being transparent. I'm gonna let it all hang out straight up because I'm trying to save you and your family if y'all going through some of the same things that my family is going through. And yes, a lot of black families is going through some stuff right now, especially in this day and time. We're going through some mm. Hey, you know, um, it reminds me of what the Honorable Mr. Louis Farrakhan said. America is on his deathbed and his vital signs is getting weak, right? We're living in the last days on the level of this world as we know it is dying out, okay? So it causes a lot of people to go crazy, lose their mind, do stuff that they normally wouldn't do if they was in their right mind. Okay. Um, wow. And who get it the hardest? Black folks, black families. We are the ones who is hit the hardest. We are the one who are or is hit the hardest. Okay, don't pay no attention to my language and my vocabulary, because I ain't trying to speak proper English. No, I'm more comfortable speaking Ebonics. Hey. Yeah, but anyway, seriously, this is something that need to be looked into. The black scholars, those who really care about their people, need to come together and put um, a psychiatric counseling system together specifically according to the mentality and the psychology of the black minds to help us. Because as I said earlier on, the psychiatric system out there wasn't put together according to the psychology of black people, but according to the Caucasian standard for them. Just like the medical system, is is according to the Caucasian standard. It's not according to the black African American standards. So when we go to those hospitals, the majority of us, it's like going to death camps, right? Because they treat black people according to the Caucasian standards. Look, if you would read this book right here, okay, Vitamins and Minerals from A to Z by Dr. Jewel Prookham, she tells you we are not the same. Our blood is not the same. Um, our system and our body system is not the same. Now we have two eyes, nose, mouth, ears, and all that kind of stuff. But yet, genetically, we are not made up the same. You know, the Caucasian digestive system is more acid than black people. Our digestive system is more alkaline, okay, than Caucasian people. That's why we have to eat a plant-based diet in order to live a long quality, healthy life. But no, we eat according to their diet, which is a high acid diet, right? And we get sick and suffer from diabetes, cancer, and all type of diseases. So, but anyway, read this book, please, so you can understand what I'm saying about there is no psychiatric treatment out there uh, um, to treat us according to our standards to help us to deal with this intergenerational trauma, post-traumatic slave syndrome. Yeah. So they treat black people in the hospital, in the medical uh, system according to the Caucasian standards, and that's the reason why the death rate amongst black people going to them hospitals in the medical society is very high. Absolutely. Okay, you guys, I'm gonna talk to you later. Please keep a lookout on my next live to do the dysfunctional family post-traumatic slave syndrome. I'll tell you a little bit more about myself, but I'm gonna cut this live right now, and I will continue on later again, and I will be more prepared, okay? But serious, you guys, think about what I'm saying. Think about it now. Think about it. Seriously, give it some thought. Those of you who may come across, I'm talking about black folks, those black folks, black scholars, those who are consciously aware, come across this video, please give what I'm saying some thought. No, don't give it some thought, give it thought. Give it a whole lot of thought. Give it a whole lot of attention, okay? Because we're hurting, you guys. Our black families are suffering really, really bad. All right. I love you guys. I love you. I love you. I love you. Me da woo. Me da woo pa. Me da woo pa. Me da woo pa. Yes, I love you all. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate your time so very much, because this is very serious. And I'll talk to you all again. Coming to you live from Ghana, West Africa. And Africa to the world. Straight up. Bye, you guys. Bye-bye. Oh, you know what? I didn't get a chance to read the chat. Hold up now. Let me see. I hope my phone don't go dead on me. I didn't even read the chat. Apologize, you guys. Oh, thank you, Ray of Sunshine. Says that yes, we need a ward with blacks in mind. Great point. Yes. Uh-huh. Okay. Thank you. Yes, that is a good idea to have a list, talking points for us to find solutions, blueprint for healing. Yes, yes. We learn day by day. We're human. We love your efforts. Thank you so much. Don't let me start crying on here. Thank you so much. I appreciate your points. Your support. Think before you speak, analyze before you step. Yes, absolutely. Mm-hmm. That's right. Think before you speak. Analyze before we step. Yes, absolutely. Think 5 times before you. Hey, absolutely. Uh-oh. You said you left a message in my other live that when you spin, that means it's cutting off and you will start again with another live. Okay. Thank you so much for that. Thank you, Ray of Sunshine. Ray of Sunshine, you have been a ray of sunshine to me tonight. Yes, absolutely. Let me show you. It's dark here in Ghana. Yeah, outside. I'm over here on the ocean. Uh-huh. Yeah. Show y'all where I'm at. It is dark out here. Y'all can't see. Okay, well, anyway. I thought maybe you could see a little something, but it's too dark.